Hello crazy crew. Today I have another review of a Lego set that I picked up. I don't have much I can explain to you about the history of the Lamborghini Countach other than the fact that it has been featured in a wide variety of movies and video games. Growing up, the sharp lines made it one of my favorite cars to ever be created, and I would be lying if I said at one point I didn't dream of owning one. While I dreamt of owning one, I slowly realized I'd probably be the actual worst person to own one because my luck with cars has always been terrible. Maybe that's why I never looked into specifics on the car past the basics of it, but albeit lack of knowledge on the actual car, what I can give you is my thoughts on the Speed Champion set I have here that faithfully recreates the car. Set number 76908 in the Speed Champions line, this Countach comes out at a total piece count of 262. The age range LEGO intended for the set was anyone over the age of 8 if you were considering it as a gift. After completing the build, the set shows a lot of authentic details and measures over 1.5 inches high, 6 inches long, and 2.5 inches wide. Like other sets in the line, this one also includes a driver minifigure to pair along with the vehicle. Yet, the vehicle remains the main focus. It should be expected by now with Speed Champions, but there is a sticker sheet included in the box. In this set, they really aren't a huge issue as they aren't as prevalent as they are in other Speed Champions sets. Nonetheless, let's get into more specifics about the set and how it was along the build process. Unboxing the set, there are no surprises here as you get your typical 2-bag setup with a chassis piece for you to start building on. That feeling of unboxing fresh Lego and getting to look at all the untouched pieces in the bag is maybe unmatched. After laying them out, I got into building the set. Building the set, in my opinion, was a great time, and I was actually impressed with some of the building techniques used to get a shape accurate to the real-life car. Many points on the car are able to move on a hinge and allow the model to recreate those iconic lines that made this car what it is. Another part that stood out to me as interesting was the entirety of the car's rear end, which has Technic pieces inside that allow the outer sides of the car to slightly slope like they do in real life. This is paired nicely with the combination of pieces you build that act as a rear bumper for the car, paired with the taillights and exhaust piping. Adding the spoiler comes much later than the rest of the rear end, so once you get that on, it is complete. The whole rear end, in my opinion, was fun, engaging, and accurately portrayed by the model whenever done. The front end of the vehicle, much like the rear end, had multiple building techniques that I thought were interesting. Mainly the use of hinges again, which allow the sharp slope of the car's nose to be accurately shown on the model paired with the bumper underneath. In real life, the car has a pretty aggressive lip, and this is shown here in the Lego model much the same. I also thought it was interesting how to recreate the headlights in the best way possible. The stickers for them were placed on the lower bumper. Whenever you build the top piece you connect that acts as the car's hood, you use translucent pieces to then be able to see those stickers through that. Really, I love this as it gave the headlights the depth they needed and looked like the bulbs were actually recessed in the unit like they would be on the actual car. The front end, much like the rear end, came out really well on the model in my opinion. Underneath the car, you really don't have much at all going on. The use of slanted pieces, which are put on directly at the beginning of the build, give that sharp underneath angle. While that's nice, I did feel the wheels they used could have been done better. It seemed printing the design on top of a round tile piece was a way out of molding proper wheels in gray. Maybe they felt the deepness in the wheel couldn't be shown right designed that way, but nonetheless, it's still something I would have liked to see done a bit differently if possible for them to do so. Whoever designed the set, though, did an excellent choice in color combination. choosing the iconic white exterior with blood red interior, which is recreated tremendously using standard red pieces. I was a little surprised to see that the stickers weren't actually white themselves though, but rather translucent with the designs printed on. While not a complete deal breaker, this was annoying as in some circumstances it was impossible to keep my fingerprints from smudging or showing through the sticker. There is also the problem of dust sticking to the bottom of the stickers in the short time it takes for you to place them, which results in very minor but noticeable bubbles on the stickers. Like I said earlier, the stickers are not too prevalent on the build, having only 12 in total across the entirety of the model. While I didn't mention it earlier, the minifigure also comes with 2 separate face prints, so that's a nice touch as well. In the end, I think I can confidently say that this is a set I have no regrets picking up and building for my personal collection. Aspects of the car which I thought would be difficult for LEGO to recreate ended up coming out amazing. From the structure of the rear end to the tactics used up front on the car's nose, it all came together in one great cumulative build. While not completely null of issues, I think those can be overlooked easily enough when thinking of the things that this model does great.